Back with us is Academy Award-winning actor Ben Johnson. Would like to mention that the second annual Ben Johnson Pro Celebrity Roping and Cutting Competition will be held at the Lazy E Arena this Saturday. And would like to mention that proceeds raised at this event will benefit children's medical research. So it's certainly for a worthy cause, isn't it, Ben?
Yes, sir, it certainly is. And we're looking forward to having everybody come out and join us.
We've talked about this before. That's some barn Eddie Gaylord's built out there in Guthrie, right?
Well, it's a great facility. We're all very fortunate to have a facility in a community like that, you know. And Ed Gaylord, he's great to let us use it, you know. But it's for a very good cause, and we're certainly hoping everybody comes out and helps us out with it.
Ben, getting back to acting a little bit, does that scare you when you get through with a film and then you don't know where your next job's coming from? Does that scare you a little bit?
Well, no, sir, it hasn't me, because I've always had something else to do. I've always had a ranch or a farm or something to go to, and that's what that business is all about. You can be successful in it if you got something else to do.
Yeah. And you've got ties back in Oklahoma. I understand you have 2 ranches here in the state?
Yes, sir.
Are those up around Pawhuska and Osage
up in
County?
the Osage country.
That's beautiful. That's great ranching country.
Yes, it is.
Well, you were born up there, right?
That's right. I know every hog trail in that country.
You know, I've heard different stories as to how Ben Johnson got into the films, but I haven't heard you tell it. How did you get into film?
Well, back in 1940, I was working on the Chapman Barnard outfit up here in the Osage, and Howard Hughes did a picture with Jane Russell called The Outlaw. And they came back here and bought a load of horses off the ranch where I was working, and they hired me to take them to Hollywood. So that's how I got to Hollywood, in a carload of horses.
And then how did you make the connection once you were in Hollywood?
Well, at that time, I was a stuntman for the first 5 or 6 years I was in the business, doubling people like Gary Cooper, John Wayne, Jimmy Stewart, Joe McRae. And I never was a very good actor, but I could ride a horse pretty good, so all these guys wanted me to double them. So that's the way I watched these guys the way they did it, and then I decided I would try it, and it's been pretty good to me.
Oh, certainly.
You mentioned some pretty heavyweights there, Ben. You worked with a lot of great ones.
Yes,
who
sir.
have you really enjoyed working with?
Oh, I think Gary Cooper, Joe McRae, Jimmy Stewart. Wayne was good to work with.
A lot of fun, or do they cut up a lot, or what?
Oh, yeah, they were a lot of fun.
We had talked about this just a moment ago, Ben, before the show. I recently finished 2 books on the late Steve McQueen. You did 3 pictures with McQueen. You did The Getaway, Junior Bonner, and his last film, The Hunter. What was your relationship like with Steve McQueen?
He was very professional. He was, and I thought, a good actor. He was kind of a loner, but he was good to work with as far as I was concerned.
Apparently he liked you because you were in 3 of his pictures.
That's right. I came in on the set one morning and on The Hunter, and he said, Ben, he said, let's make this a good one, because this might be our last one. And about 2 weeks later, he died.
Died of cancer. He knew then that he had cancer.
Yes.
Did the people on the set, most of the people on the set, know that?
Yes, we all knew it.
That was the case?
Yeah.
Sybil Shepherd, you were with her in the last picture show. She had great success in that, as you did. You won an Academy Award. And then she did a few more pictures, and her career pretty well went down the tubes, and now she's hot again.
That's right.
Are you surprised
No.
with her star rising again?
Not really. She become quite professional as an actress herself. She worked at it pretty hard, and it's been pretty good to her. She was like me. She wasn't the greatest actress in the world, but she worked at it.
Let's talk about Ben Johnson's future for just a second here. What's the story? Have you got something going right now besides your name?
I've got 3 pictures. Well, I got one out now, a thing called Dream West with Richard Chamberlain. I had a cameo role in it, but I've got another one with Robert Duvall that'll be out, well, in the next 10 days. A thing called Let's Get Harry.
That sounds interesting.
And what it's about is about the terrorists kidnapping our people, and we're going to get them back. So we raised a little cane.
Yeah, sounds like you're going to get rough again.
That sounds great. Ben Johnson, thank you very much.